Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Monday, October 6th. Happy Money Monday to you. We're going to review 0-day options today. I took on SPY. And our small account challenge underway. Mondays have become the new Fridays. Just very trappy. I feel like they've been more trappy than Fridays lately. Before, I'd always remember Fridays like that, but now it's been Mondays pretty often. Case of the Mondays, so trying to be careful. I did scale down. I'll scale down pretty much all day today. There weren't a whole lot of trades, so really, I mean, it was just a tough day for trading. Not great for this strategy. You can do it as you get better. You can see Eric, looks like he still was able to make 5 figures. Bumper, looks like he had some good entries, but yeah, not the best price action for this. This is SPY Day Trading on YouTube. This is his 30-minute chart. So we opened up, gapped up, and then just sold off pretty quick in the first 30 minutes. Range is pretty tight today, though. I think like 3 points, close to 4. And like 3 of it was just a grind all day. Filled the gap and just grinded up. Broke out of the red, broke out of the green, but it just never had any kind of velocity. Stayed in this yellow buying channel until end of day. Didn't retest all-time high. Didn't complete that cup. No, it didn't. Not to me. Yeah. So when there's not 30-minute moves to trade on the 1 minute, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you get good moves. Actually, Friday wasn't bad, but I guess there was kind of there wasn't even hardly a 30-minute move. There was liquidity down here, but didn't really grab it. So, but there was still a good move. But better moves are when you're getting it on the 30-minute. And it happens intraday. I think this probably was a pretty good day. This was a nice day. These days where it's just kind of building liquidity and grinding between channels can be tough. I didn't do any trades in the morning. I was here, I was ready. I didn't see it. And let me see if I can get yours up. Here's Eric's. So I'll just start off selling. Eric actually had some crazy trades. You have to join his Discord to see. He shares sometimes his trades on there. He got puts like right here. He was getting really aggressive this morning. He was getting really far in the money though, so not as volatile and less percentage of gainers, but easier to manage. But yeah, he was aggressive. There wasn't he kind of had a move here, but it's just such a tight range still. The pullback was small. Oh yeah, this was actually the only trade. I think I got this on the small account, but I got stopped out too soon. Is it here? No, this is on the big account. I did get puts right here on the big account. This blue or teal or whatever was closer. And just since it was such a tight range, and I kind of want to even see what that was. I think that was my first trade. JC 255. Yeah, 1 contract. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, I was on this one. I was on that one. Oh, breaking this orange. That's right. I remember now. So he didn't have this magenta in here yet. So it came up. It didn't retest anything. It just came up, made a little head, but it broke this orange for a little head and shoulder. So I got it on this candle, and then it ripped up back up into orange, which theoretically would be my stop. I don't know if we had that teal in there yet either. I don't think so, but maybe. Let me see. I closed it on that candle. Oh, these were calls. That's right. Yeah, I was trying to catch the bounce, the retracement. This was a zombie trade or a retracement trade. Yeah, I got calls on that orange. This red wasn't here at this point, otherwise I would have waited for that for an entry. Calls here, closed it on this candle. Once that candle closed below the orange, that was my stop, so I closed it there. And then he also put in this white, this bullish controlled selling, very, very mellow white. So yeah, I got calls there, and that was first stop. And then puts So yeah, I did catch this one actually. So it broke the red. Again, this is such a small range and basically puts a low of day, which aren't my favorite, but it was retesting this magenta. I got one put there, and this teal. Okay, yeah, so I got one put there, and I was thinking, all right, I'll just leave it. Maybe for a 5-day retest, at least selling this teal, and I'll have this be my stop, right? So got it there. Of course, it broke out of it, and then it flushed. So that stopped me out right there at 10. I believe. Yep, 10 o'clock candle stopped me out of that one. So that was kind of unfortunate also, because this was a little bit green too on the on the low of this candle. But yeah, so a couple stops there, choppy. Just in a grind, not big retracement, not big structure really. So could have taken the retracement here. I was just, yeah, after those two trades, I wasn't really looking for it. I wanted to kind of take a break to preserve my mental capacity, emotional clarity. I think that the sign, the signal, the confirmation for this retracement would have been one, the breaking of the teal, with that happened here. Happened here too, but flush back in there. Whatever, broke it here, and then the other would have been this tapering. I guess you'd call that tapering. This pink. So it breaking this low and having no continuation, and then an engulfing candle. So see how here it was magenta building liquidity. It was bears building liquidity by this buying up in this magenta, and then down here it flipped to bulls building liquidity by it selling on this pink. And that was a good first sign to maybe take a retracement. Could have gotten it on this engulfing candle here. Getting on the break here isn't great because you hadn't seen this confirmation of this tapering down here. So yeah, this is a tough entry though still. I thought about it once it broke this pink. I was like, but then it had done such a big candle. I was like, I'll just wait on it. And it's probably good I didn't. This is pretty ugly. I don't think I could have managed that. I think Emperor, yeah. Emperor did catch it. Emperor's on his Discord also. So Emperor got this one. Teal Precision, orange resistance. Oh, this orange resistance. Yeah. Same thing there. Head and shoulder teal position. I don't see that though. It's just head and shoulder. I guess the teal precision. This one I like though. So he had a little more precise there. See on the break of that teal, he put a second one in there. So that one I could see, and then magenta would be your stop basically, or green. If it travels up so quickly, you could throw green in there and say that's your stop right here. Take profit. Zone of mutual interest. Pink bounce teal break. Yeah, I grabbed another one here. It's pretty ugly though. It really was. So 1106 was my first trade, and I was into puts. This was just a trade at resistance on this candle. So top of pink, trying to catch retracement. Zongmi, as Eric puts it. I'm just up here. Had a nice shoulder liquidity here. This could have been a nice head. Ended up just chopping through here, and this was ugly for me actually. On the little account, yeah, I got one at 1106, closed at 1112, so held this thing for 6 minutes while just grinded through here and just decayed and made me cry. No, not really, not this time. But then on the big account, I did the same thing. Got puts, closed it out, flipped to calls because then it had broken, right? And it was flipping as holding a support. Their lines weren't quite lining up at that point. Yeah, as you see, his is higher than Eric's. So that was one stop, 2 stops on the call, because then this stopped me out. Oh my gosh. Then I think I'm even got into puts then, and then got stopped out. And then I'm like, wait, this is an inverse head. I considered to get back into calls. And I'm like, I need to stop. So I don't think I even got calls here then after all that, which is fine. This wasn't a great structure. It's just said wait for a cup to close, which it did, but it just grinded. Yeah, the reason for the puts. Broke the orange. This was a resistance. So, but yeah, it did end up breaking out of the white with a little inverse head and shoulder here, but just was buying a very, very mellow magenta. Chop and grind it up here. Had a couple trades in here. I did quite a bit of trades today, but my stops were very tight, and I was only taking one contract on the big account, so it's not too bad a red day. I was definitely in control today, which is nice. It doesn't feel good because today was just a day to frustrate you and not give you like good setups, but I feel good that I was in control, I guess. But it's just like I want to be able to trade these days successfully also. So yeah, anyways, got fucked around a little bit in here. I did end up catching this though, but it was after probably 3 stops in this range. I ended up being in calls from down here. I think it was on, it might have been on Eric's chart actually. Why was I in calls? Yeah, well, it had broken this white just like it did here. Broke it, broke back in it. They have clear stops on magenta if you want to get calls there. I don't think I did that. I kept waiting for the break. So it'd break, and then I think I got it on actually on this, somewhere in here on this retest. Let me just check and see, 'cause I'm pretty sure I caught that move. I think that was my only green trade out of like 10 red trades. And I'm not that much, so. Keeping it small. If you have to trade, just keep it very small. What's nice is you don't have to trade. I didn't have to trade there. I could have just said no, I won't. Fidelity updated their trading app here. It's a little different. I noticed like it seemed like it's a lot faster, which is nice. Like the executions. Yeah, so my green trade, 520 to 680. I think that was my only green trade today. I had one other trade that went green, but I didn't close it green. I was like 10 red trades. But today's red day is not that big. So 114, they had this thing a long time, to 122. And I didn't get the whole move. And I'll tell you why. All right, so I had the right idea. I was calling this the inverse head. Shoulder here, it had already broken the white. I thought it was probably just dipping down to grab some liquidity. Yeah, I'm not sure whose chart I was looking at. I guess I was looking at Eric's. Just trying to figure this out because that's, yeah. So I got it. Let's see. Okay, I got it after. Okay, so yeah, it had broken back out. So it came in the white, but it broke back out. Looked like an inverse head. I got it on this candle at 114. So it wasn't too bad. Oh, this was what it was. This was it. This was the whole lesson today for me. See the volume down here? Midday, just ugly low volume. And then boom. We get a nice volume candle. That was actually kind of, the first sign was that this was a pretty steep selling here. It looked like an inverse head. And the fact that we'd already broken out of the white. I know it had chopped around it a bit, but it already had. And then this looked like an inverse head. And then we had this volume candle right here. And then I'm like, all right, that was the second sign. Both those signs made me want to get calls. The volume, the inverse head, liquidity clearly to grab, and then also the break on the white. I think his lines were different though, because I had a more clear stop. Not seeing it now. Maybe he put orange in there pretty quick, and that was my stop. No, he didn't. I'm not sure what my stop was. Oh, it would have been white actually. And then I think maybe he had red down here too. He probably had magenta down there. So I got it right here. I came up. Volume was elevated relatively from what it had been, and these candles got a little bigger. Kind of found a little resistance on magenta, and then started going. I only had one contract. So when I saw it hit top of magenta here, that coincided with high of day, I took my profits. I took it there. It went up quite a bit more from there. I think it went up to like 9 something. Then went up like another $100. Went 520 to 680. Well, I guess, was it 9? Yeah, I think it went up like 200. This was 680. So could have held it longer. Oh, this is why I didn't. That's right. So if I had more than one contract, sure, I would have held the second one. And even that first one was pretty quick just because today's been so bad. We were at the top of this magenta right here. That's why I closed it. Was it there or is it green? 11? Oh, 130. Yeah, okay, so it was green, I guess. Thought that's why. Yeah, I think so. Because it hadn't broken out of that top green one yet. There was like a wick above there, but didn't fully close up there, I don't think. Or I was just thinking hive day, I gotta take profits. So took that one, and that was literally it. There's nothing else here. This is a good day to sell credit spreads. And if they do change the PDT, I think to 2,000, I might reset the account and do it with $2,000. Just to kind of be a little more relatable for people trying to do this, as well as for myself, so I can do credit spreads and sell premium, sell puts. Well, I guess it won't be enough to sell puts, but I could do credit spreads at least. And I'll have margins so I can do more trades. Even though I don't necessarily want to, I kind of like the idea of cash and running out of money to trade. But I really like credit spreads. I like selling premium more than anything. And it's not like you can't do both. A lot of days the market, it seems like it favors. When we're in an uptrend, the VIX is low, volatility is low. A lot of days seems like it favors just selling premium because we're just not moving a whole lot and we're just kind of grinding around. It's easier to manage too. So on a day like today, I don't know where I would have sold it. I was trying to think about that. Like where would I have sold puts or sold a put credit spread or call credit spread? Probably on one of these entries I got calls. I would have just sold it there. And then it's kind of a set it and forget it, which is nice. You can kind of have an order to just take profit at a certain percentage, or given today is a nice day for it. Like if you have a big volatile move down and you have a stop or a limit order on it, you could get a really ugly fill if it triggers it. So anyways, this is a long-winded Monday for the crappy price action. So hopefully we have a better Tuesday. Thanks guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Let me show you the account. I didn't even show you. It is a red day. Unfortunately, there it is. Small account. Those are the trades. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.